Let's take this conversation a bit further now with Steven Sahiounie, a journalist and political commentator specializing on American interests in the Middle East. There he is right there in Latakia, Syria. Very warm welcome to you, sir. Dick Cheney, he's just passed away. Quite a legacy left behind. Are your thoughts? How will he be remembered, do you think?
As a war criminal, as a murderer, as a person who killed the innocent people of Iraq. It's a shame that he died before being prosecuted for war crimes after he destroyed, killed, stole Iraq, stole the oil, the museums, the gold. Millions of innocent Iraqi killed today until this day today, 22 years after the American invasion to Iraq, and that he was the mastermind of this invasion. Until now, Iraq is unstable, no electricity, no good education, the oil. The Iraqi officials who are pro the United States, they are corrupted, as they say in America, corrupted to the bone. So. It's a shame that he wasn't taken to war crime. Him, Rumsfeld, John Bolton, George W. Bush, all of those U.S. officials should have, and if there was justice in this world, they should have been taken to court and convicted into war crimes.
Yeah, well, I think it's a very strong comment from you, sir. But what do you think, Stephen? What do you think Dick Cheney would say to you right now when you're calling him a war criminal who should have stood trial? What do you think he would say to you right now?
He'll call me a terrorist, for sure. He'll call me a person that who supports terrorism. Yeah. That's always... he accused Iraq of supporting Al-Qaeda, and they did not have any... In the end, that accusation was false. They accused Iraq of weapon of mass destruction. Also, that in the end was proven wrong. They went into Iraq not for democracy and not to destroy the weapon of mass destruction. They went in to steal the oil. The same thing what Obama did, what Bush did in Iraq, Obama did, him and Hillary Clinton, they did in Libya. It's the same thing. It's the deep state. If they're Republican or if they're Democrat, it's the same foreign policy. Go into a country, destroy it, kill them, steal their oil, and leave them into chaos.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget about Abu Ghraib, the Abu Ghraib prison scandal. Any comment on that, Stephen?
Of course, that will show you that the double standard of the United States. They come out on the media and they accuse countries and governments of human rights, and they try to show that they are pro-human rights, while Abu Ghraib is the biggest proof that America has no human rights and does not respect human rights. It's the United States and their #1 ally, also Israel, and what do they do in their prisons to the Palestinian prisoners? So they have the same policy and the same torture, and they're no different than any other country that they accuse of.
What about ratings, period, Stephen? Dick Cheney left politics with one of the lowest approval rating ever recorded for a man of his position. What do you think that says about his legacy, Stephen?
It will show that he was a shame on the United States, and he was a shame on the United States policy and politicians. Like, if the founding fathers of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, were alive, they could have been disgusted with a guy like that, or they wouldn't have allowed him to come into the political life. But he was so powerful in business, and he got himself powerful in politics, and that's what made him to stay this long time, and that's what made him the most powerful vice president in the U.S. history.
Yeah, but then he had some of the worst approval ratings ever. But that being said, this was a tough guy. Dick Cheney was known for being a tough guy. People in Washington did not want to cross him. But listen, just quickly, Stephen, and it's so good to have you here to comment on the story. It's a tough question. I hope you can wrap it up for me fairly briefly, but how would you compare American interests in the Middle East today compared with the policies pursued by the Bush administration with Dick Cheney?
No difference. The same foreign policy, going into a country, destroying it, killing the people, accusing them of dictatorship, between and accusing they want to put democracy. They go in, they steal the oil references, and they cut it up into several pieces. That's what happened to Iraq. That's what happened to Libya. Yeah, that's what happened to Sudan. Now it's happening in my country, unfortunately. So it's going one country after another. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the deep state, the American State Department. They're the one who them, and the APAC. They're the one who run the whole show in Washington D.C. And they're the one who draw the new maps for the world. Unfortunately.
Such strong commentary. I wish more people could hear what you have to say. Steven Sahiounie, a journalist, political commentator, specializing on American interests in the Middle East. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.